Hey guys, so it's Monday the 29th after my 30-mile day. And apparently a mouse got into my food bag. I actually had it hung up at one of the best bear hangs I've actually done. It was textbook. I'm usually not too good about having it far away from the tree or high enough. But last night I did a really good job. And somehow something got into it. This is I know it's like an animal because it got into the Pop-Tart. But I mean, that was really weird. There was another hole right on that right there, I think. I saw that and I patched that up just thinking it was an extension of a different hole that I had before. But that's strange because this thing was at least 12 feet in the air and a good 3 feet from the tree. Which should have been enough for at least a mouse to not deal with it, but that's weird. So anyway, one less Pop-Tart. It is 7:40 right now, taking off kind of later today, so but only 20 so miles to do, so that's no big deal. So I'll pack up camp and check in with y'all later. And I guess when I go into Rutland, I gotta get a new food bag now. Maybe a year sack. I've been kind of jealous of Fjord and Long Haul with theirs, so maybe I'll join the club. Hey guys, so like you already saw, it is the morning of the 29th, Monday. Memorial Day. I think this is this actual Memorial Day? I don't remember. I always thought it was on the Monday. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, still the weekend, I guess, if you have a 4-day. So, we're leaving Spruce Peak Shelter where we spent the night. I came in when it was dark, so I didn't get to see the whole site. But this morning, the shelter's really cool. It's enclosed, for one. It's got this sliding door. And from what I saw, there was 4 bunks in there. There was one guy in there. I couldn't tell, it looked like he might have been set up in there or something. But I tented anyways. And it's kind of limited on tent spots, but there is one tent platform. And then, but my tent, I can't use the platforms really. Because I need to use the stakes to, get it put out. That is the problem with these non-freestanding tents, that you have to have the stakes. So it's something to think about, but they are usually a lot lighter, so it's trade-offs. And then yeah, so you saw I hung my bear bag and everything to about as close as spec as I could get, and somehow some mice still got to it, which is crazy. Because I've had nights where I've just hung it up to where it's just 5 feet in the air, to where it's an actual bear piñata, as a lot of people call them, when they're hung up properly. And I haven't had any issue. And then last night, it has to have been last night because I didn't notice it the other day. And but last night when it's hung a good 12 feet in the air, 4 feet from the tree and 3 foot from the branch, which is not too bad for specs. I mean, it's not like a bear went after it, it was mice or something. And of course they get into it. So, and then I also checked this morning, I have a hole in my Darn Tough sock, which I'm not even mad about at all. The bear bag thing I'm a little not mad about, but it's just I'm not even frustrated, but just amazed that I actually got some animal holes in it. But the Darn Tough sock, I'm not mad about at all. One, because Darn Tough has a lifetime warranty, so it doesn't cost me anything to replace it. And two, it's almost like a badge of honor getting a hole in a Darn Tough sock, because they are darn tough to get a hole in. See what I did there? But anyway, so I'll probably exchange that when I get into Rutland or I keep getting the two towns confused. I think it's Rutland. Yeah, Rutland is the town I'm going into. Killington is the town next to it. So I'll get probably a year sack, because I've been wanting one anyway since throughout like all the time I hiked with Fjord and long haul, and all the time I had to spend throwing up bear line to have it miss the branch or something, and having to do it in the rain, where Fjord and long haul would just simply tie it up somewhere. I got pretty jealous of it. So even though there's only about 500 miles left, I might as well do it in style with a year sack. And they're just probably so much durable. And I've gotten rid of so much more weight now. The heaviness of the year sack won't really affect it, or won't really affect my pack as much as it would have in the earlier days. But yeah, and then I'll exchange. I almost don't want to exchange the pair of darn toughs though. I kind of want them to go the whole way. I get sentimental about small little things like that. So maybe I'll wait. I'll see what they're, because some outfitters will just exchange them outright. Some of them they won't. You have to actually like go through darn tough. So I'll have to see what they do here. Which darn toughs are made in Vermont. So I guess if there's a state to exchange them, this is the place. But I mean, when you consider basically, this whole time I've had at most 3 pairs of socks, 2 for hiking, 1 for camping. And I eventually, back in New Jersey, sent the 1 pair for hiking home, or one of the 2 pairs for hiking home, because I just wasn't using it. In the beginning, I'd change them out every now and again. But for most of Virginia, I pretty much just used this pair. And from like Harper's Ferry to New Jersey, I pretty much just used this pair. I don't know why, but it just kind of, I don't know, just never really seemed to really care about putting on wet socks. So that's 2 things I gotta add to my shopping list. And then I need to get another new pair of liners, because those have like 8 holes in them, but those aren't made to go that far, and they've gone over 1,000 miles right now. So when they just they had some like holes in the high friction areas, like on the pads of my feet, but now they're like 3 or 4 of the toes are actually have tears in them to where my toes actually kind of stick out. So, which kind of negates the whole purpose of them. So, but for those to last 1,000 miles, that's really good too, you know, for $9. So, 3 things I gotta get now. The year sack, possibly a new pair of darn toughs, and a new pair of liners. But other than that, all my gear is holding up great. The backpack, the Osprey Exos 58, is doing amazingly well. And the 6 Moon Designs Lunar Solo, my tent, is doing fantastic. I love that thing. And then my Enlightened Equipment Enigma 20-degree bag is phenomenal. And then all the other small little things I have are all working out. The one thing that really surprised me is my sleeping pad, just that orange foam one. Now I'm generally a side sleeper to some degree, so I thought I would need, you know, an air pad. But when I kind of got introduced to just the foam pad when my air pad started leaking every night from right before the Smokies. And then somewhere in Virginia, I just kind of stopped using it because I'd have to blow it up about 3 or 4 times a night. And so yes, now I just use the foam pad. Got rid of the air pad, which makes so much more room in my pack. And getting rid of like the few other things I got rid of. I just have so much room in my pack now. I really could have gone down to a 48. I couldn't have done it earlier on though, and there's no sense in buying a new pack now. So, anyways, that's just a kind of walkthrough on some of my bigger gear items. And then, I don't know, just figured I'd talk about him a little bit. I do want to do like I kind of want to do a halfway through gear review, but we're long past that. So maybe I'll do like a 3/4 of the way gear review, or what I'm basically going to bring with me through the whites in the 100-mile wilderness. So that's pretty much everything I have, plus the changes I'm about to make for the 3 items we talked about. Or not changes, just updates. So anyways, we have about 4.5 miles to go till Bromley shelter, and I'll probably check in with you around there. Hey guys, so it's 10:30. I'm here at Bromley shelter. Kind of slow going up this hill, but it's whatever. Only a 20-mile day today or whatever, so no big deal, honestly. And but really cool shelter. It's got the double platform and then this table and kind of bench area. Plenty of hooks for the packs. Privy out there. I think there's water around here somewhere. So, but yeah, really cool. And there's some tent sites, it looks like, too. So anyways, I'm gonna get going. It has been raining a little bit ever since right before the road, but it's not too bad though. It's just on and off drizzling. So I think we'll be at the top in about a mile or so, but it's gonna be pretty steep. So, but I'm looking forward to being up there, because after that it's only like one more climb and then we're done for the day, so it'll be easy. So I'll check in with y'all later. Hey guys, so we're here at the summit of Bromley. There's the summit right there. It looks like I'm gonna chill inside this ski hut for a little bit. Maybe just have another snack or something. Get ready for the climb down. Hey guys, I'm on top of this mountain south of Peru mountain. I forget the name of it, like Skiles or something. But look at this view. Just kidding. So, wish I didn't expect much of a view when I was climbing up here. Just gotta take the good with the bad, you know. But the rain's, it's been steady, but it's not been too bad. So, I'm actually like super hungry right now, so I'm gonna stop and chow down on some Nutri-Grain bars. Ooh, that's wet. So, alright, I'm gonna check in with y'all probably at the top of Peru mountain. And from there, it's not too much further to the shelter where we'll reassess. So I'll check in with y'all later. Hey guys, just checking in. I'm at Peru Peak. Even if there wasn't clouds out right now, there's not much of a vista or a view or overlook. It's kind of treed in, but I'm loving this alpine scenery. I haven't really seen something like this kind of since the Shenandoahs, but it is reminding me a lot of like the Mount Rogers area, like Southern Virginia and the Grayson Highlands. So kind of the same weather too, to some extent. I remember there being some rain. But Vermont takes the cake for mud. So anyways, I don't know exactly how far it is to the shelter, but I don't think it's too much further than like a mile, maybe 2. So anyways, I'll check in with y'all there. Hey guys, so I'm past Peru Peak shelter. There was people sleeping there, so I didn't want to film while they were trying to sleep. But it was actually a really nice shelter. I think it said it sleeps like 10 or something, or 8. Oh man, it's gonna be tough with that pole. But anyway, I'm on top of Baker Mountain right now. Slide down. There we go. So that's Baker Mountain. This is Baker Mountain. Short climb distance-wise, but you're climbing like a 45 90-degree angle for pretty much the whole time. And it's just like these vertical slabs of rocks, but it's fun. I really enjoy the short, technical, steep ones. It's just something different. So anyways, I'm heading on to the Lost Pond Shelter. This is about the halfway mark, so I probably already missed the trail. So go down there. Yep. So anyways, got about another hour of walking and we should get there. And from there, it's only a mile further to another shelter, or like maybe 2 miles to the best one. Oh, there's a bad weather route. Huh. That's alright, it wasn't too bad. So, anyways, you got about 2 miles, or yeah, like 2-point-something miles left. And if the weather holds up like this, where it's barely raining now, I might just go the extra, like another 2 miles, just to eat away some of the other miles tomorrow. And I determined that I'm going into Rutland tomorrow. It's supposed to be even worse weather, and there's basically 2 places to go to Rutland. There's the place I'll go tomorrow, or I think I could go after that, and I might just spend 2 days in Rutland, since one, I've heard really good things about the hostel there, and 2, they're like, I think it's like 15 or 17 apart, so that still makes for a good day mileage wise too. So I mean, we'll just play it by ear like most of the Appalachian Trail. And yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. I'll check in with y'all later. Hey guys, so I just passed the shelter, and it's one, there's no one there, but it's pretty small, and there's not a really good overhang, so when it does start raining tonight, if it blows at the right angle, I'd probably get soaked. So I'm just gonna do the 1.7 to the next. Worst case, it's not any better than that one, or it's full, but at least I got 1.7 miles done, so that'll be good. It's about 6:30 right now. Oh no, it's only 6:20. So now it's just a matter of probably getting around 7 for those, a little before 7, hopefully, if we can really push this out. It's all downhill, but it is kind of rocky and muddy. Turn around so you can see. But yeah, so you can't go truly fast in all of this, but you can do pretty decent. But anyways, I'll check in with y'all when I get to the shelter now. So, kind of just playing Goldilocks today, but definitely not going back if I find that this one was better or something. So, yep, I'll check in with y'all later.